So welcome to my craft corner. So after having 2 craft fairs, it's got a little bit messy. I mean, it could be messier, but I've just literally bunged all my yarn here that I've been using for my hats, and I want to have a little bit of a destash, if I'm honest. I want to fine tune the yarn that I have, pull out what I don't use, and just organise it really, because I've got a lot of bags like this that could really do with being put away somewhere. So I'm gonna just crack on and see what I can pull out to donate, and you know what I'm not gonna use anymore. So yeah, I'm gonna do that now. Just gonna move these out of the way so that I can go through my cupboards. So I have recently gone through this, but I didn't necessarily pull out any yarn that I won't use anymore, which I do have a few in mind that's in there that I'm not going to use. I'll get started with that. Okay, so first, I don't like this colour. This was a cheap one that I got from Aldi in the yarn event. That was £1.29 a ball, so I'm happy to get rid of these. Okay, I'm just going to pull this out and then just do one bit at a time. I'm going to try and pull it out in some sort of order as well. These are nice colours together, and probably the only purples that I have in DK weight yarn, so I will keep those. Okay, this one has no ball band, so I don't know what this is. I want to say it's not DK, because it's not that thin. Could be used to make a hat. Don't know though. This one I purchased, I think it was very cheap, and I purchased these to make sort of flowers with, so I don't think I want to get rid of these. Just don't like any of these colours. I will use them at some point. It's so hard. Okay, this is DK. I know I purchased these for flowers. This is a cute one, but then again this is very thin. It says DK, but it's like a twisted. I don't know what I'll use that for, and I've had it years. Okay, so I do like all these pinks. They would make a nice baby blanket, so I'll keep them in my stash for, you know, when the time comes of me needing these sort of colours. I'm sure I will at some point be making flowers again. So again, these are very much sort of the staple colours. Now I know I've gone through this before, but I don't know what's behind it. There are a bunch of blues behind there. I'm happy with those, and I think behind there, it's like a ball band. I'm going to regret doing this, aren't I? No, I think I'm happy with the way this one is organised, because we've got greys and blues, and we move over to this side. So yeah, I like these ones, they're staying. Just need to find a project in mind for that. I've got a lot of blanket yarn in this one behind there. That's the vapor grey, and that looks like a untouched ball, I think. This one is the same colour as this one. So when I start to make plushies, I will use some of this yarn, so I don't want to destash any of that, because I know I will use it at some point. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that one. Right, this is my blanket yarn, so I'm going to see if I can get some of this in there, and then some of the burnet velvet in here, so it's just more coordinated. Okay, so I have room to put this in here. I know I've got some more burnet velvet somewhere. There we go. Okay, so chenille's behind here, and then burnet velvet. This is my blanket yarn with some thicker yarn here. In here, I know is chunky, but I want to go through it, you know, just to destash any that I'm not going to use. Okay, so these ones made great half double crochet beanies, so I'm keeping those. Yeah, I'll use those colours too. These ones are my chunky with merino. I love the softness of that one. And these ones too. I know I've got like only a little bit of this left, but could potentially be enough for a baby hat, so I'm keeping that. Okay, now we're looking at the destash. I hate these colours, so yeah, I'm not going to use that one. It's the colour Rust, and this is a very neon orange. Nope. Okay, this one mustard, but it's Aran weight. Could potentially make a knitted beanie. Oh, I don't know. It looks better than some of the mustard that I got in the Yarnsmith colours. I'll keep that. Okay, and then we've got some greens. I'll keep those. Yeah, they're nice colours. Yeah, I'm keeping these ones. These are going to be destash. I actually purchased these from a charity shop. I don't think there's enough to do a hat, although they could make baby hats. Oh, it's a tough one, I don't know. Oh, stay in. Same as this colour. Okay, that one's an Aran, so I'll keep that aside. This is going to be all my chunky yarn in here. Okay, so I have made some room for my chunky yarn. Obviously I've got some scraps left over from the hats that I did make, but it's just not enough to make anything with. I do have a bag full of scraps like this. So yeah, let me know, what do you use them for apart from granny square blankets? I don't know if that's something I want to make. If I made something like that, I would want the colours to complement each other, not just, you know, like this. Okay, so a lot of chunky colours left. Okay, so that's one bag empty. I need to plan crochet gifts. So it might be a good idea to go through colours and keep some of these out for projects to make, and to know what else to buy, because there are some colours that I don't have that I know that I want to then make something else. But for now I'm going to put these in here just to see how much room I'm working with, and how much room I have left. So yeah, that's for another day, I think. Okay, that's perfect. I've fit my chunky yarn in there out of the bag that I had, so that's a win for me already. Okay, so I've got my bigger balls of yarn here, variegated, which could go down there. This is a DK. So yeah, I've got my 2 balls that is just not going to fit in there, so I'm going to have to find a space for those specifically. Right, and then in here I have my Aran weight yarn. So, okay, got a lot of black. What's this? Black DK. I could potentially move that up onto this shelf. Now I've got a little bit of room. Okay, I've got a lot of black DK actually. This one doesn't have a ball band, and it's not as soft as the other 3, so I don't need that much. I'm going to destash that one. And then I have my Aldi chenille yarn, but this is perfect for baby bear hats. I'm going to keep hold of that because I know that I will be having a craft fair next year. So yeah, I'll keep hold of these. That is all the Aldi chenille. Okay, this is a white DK. This is my only ball, but I don't really use white DK. It's Women's Institute yarn, so that is a nice one from Hobbycraft. I'll keep hold of that one. I'm just going to shuffle a few things around. I don't want the black right at the front, so I'm going to pull out these pinks and put the blacks right at the back. Okay, and then the pinks can go in the front. Okay, this is going well. And then I'll just put these at the front. Got a little bit of space there. I don't have any more DK to fill it with. At least I don't think. No, that's Aran. Ah, I could potentially. Yes, I can fit these ones in here. Perfect. I know they're variegated, but you know, they fit. Oh yeah, that is a hat that I need to frog. Yeah, some of the stitches come loose on the beanie, so yeah, I'm going to frog that to repurpose the yarn for another beanie. Just not now. This one is another big ball of the Aran weight yarn, so I'm going to put it in here with the others just to keep them together. And then in here I have my Aran weight yarn, so I could potentially put it somewhere here. Okay, so I know I've completed this one, I've completed this one. I'm happy with this. I know I haven't gone through that, but I know it's just all chenille. And I will use the colours eventually. Do I put this one with the other big balls? Because, yeah, I think that will just make things a lot easier if I do that. Okay, so this is Aran weight yarn. I'll just get all these out. So I do have a lot in the same colour because I was going to crochet a jumper for someone in my family, but I decided against it because this colour wasn't really the colour I was expecting. I was expecting more of a dusky pink, but this is more like a mauve sort of colour. It will get used eventually. I do like it. Who knows, I might end up using this for some sort of garment. I don't know, but I'll keep this in my stash. Managing to squash that in nicely. Okay, so these are the same colour as well, and so is this one. Yeah, they look really nice together, these colours. I like it when a plan comes together. I've got another bag empty that's in here. Okay, yep, this is Aran. This is Aran, so I'll keep these together. This is Aran. This is the variegated style, so put that in here as well. Okay, it's going well. Pop that in there because I know that's that yarn. These are for my project to make baby hats. Currently the NICU that I work at is not accepting any more donations of knitted hats because the washing machine's broke, so they've got no way of washing donated items at the minute. So yeah, I'll keep hold of this. I was gonna sort of make a video on how many baby hats I can make out of this yarn, but I'll put that on hold for the moment, I think. Yeah, but oh, this is lovely yarn. I love it. I'm gonna put the hat with the yarn so that I know it's from that yarn. I'm doing really well here. Okay, so I've got no more space there, no more space there. This I went through before and I don't think there's anything to destash. A lot of these are duplicates that you see at the front, is how I organised it. I've only got one ball of this though. Again, I've had this for years. Is it time to destash? I don't know, because I might use it someday. I'll keep it for now, because if I took it out, there'd be a space. Okay. So these balls of wool I am using for my crochet cardigan for the East Anglian Yarn Festival crochet along. There has been a pattern chosen for a crocheted cardigan and I will be using this colour alongside a black Aran weight yarn which I have upstairs. Oh, there's more yarn that I haven't accounted for. But yeah, this will be used for that, so I'm not putting that away. This is something I'm going to be starting, well, anytime now really, or in the new year. Depends when I get time. So yeah, that is for the cardigan. Okay, now for the chunky yarn, which is down here. I've got a lot of this chunky yarn. I was going to make hats with this. I still can, but it's going to be in my stash for those. I'm in no rush to make hats with these actually, because I'm just not in a rush to make them yet. I've got no more craft fairs coming up, so this could potentially be for next year. Okay, I'm going to pull these out. Yeah, I'm going to get all these out because I can already see there's some that I could potentially get rid of. Oh, love these ones. They're from Hobbycraft for £5 each. Okay, like these ones. Yeah, these are going to be destashed because they are way too thick to do anything with. Yeah, destash. That's another blue destash. So these are green. I could potentially try and make some Christmas trees with this one, sort of like some rustic bobble Christmas trees. I'm going to put them in the destash pile for now, and then yeah, see if I fancy making any. Oh yeah. Destash. Okay, so I've got another green here. Okay, this one is way too chunky to use for anything as well. Oh, I love this one. Yeah, that's nice. Keeping that. Wow, that's empty. I actually destashed a lot of that. Quite a bit of this is cheap yarn. So this one was from the Aldi yarn event, so £1.29 a ball. So I've not really lost out too much there. This one, Hayfield bonus super chunky. I paid £2.85 for that. Yeah, it's in the colour oatmeal. I don't know why I purchased this. Maybe for pumpkins, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why I purchased them colours or what project I purchased them for. So yeah, I'll keep them in that pile. So yeah, I've now got loads more space for this chunky yarn that I purchased from So Simple, which is a local craft shop in Taverham. I love this yarn. This is, yeah, okay, for the tweed one, it's £5.40 for a ball. You do get 150 grams in this one. But yeah, these are staying. Managed to squeeze 3 of them on top of each other, which is not bad going really. This one was the same yarn, but I have used it. So hopefully there's enough for like a small hat, maybe? I don't know, I'm keeping it. And this was the same yarn as well. However, I've not got as much of this one, but I'll keep it anyway. And then this one, this is Hayfield bonus super chunky as well. This is oyster pink, I like that one. It's a nice sort of dusky pink, so I'm keeping that one. These are your James C. Brett rustic colours. They're quite nice. These ones are staying. I'll try and put this in here as well. This is my Rico Design Essentials Super Chunky. Yeah, it's lovely and soft, that one. I do have some Rowan yarn that's in a similar thickness to this upstairs. However, I'll just keep that all together upstairs. Awesome, I'm happy with that. Okay, so I've actually destashed a lot in here. I've got quite a big pile and I managed to clear a lot of these bags to put the wool in here. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. I do have on top of here some other bags. Don't know if you can see them, but yeah, I have a lot of hand-dyed yarn up here that I recently purchased. Let's bring them down. What's in here? Oh yeah, I need to get started on Christmas presents. And this is all my blues and teals of merino yarn. So 2 of these, this one and this one, are actually accounted for. I'm going to be making a friend a headband and a cowl, and he's chosen these 2 colours, which are lovely. Yeah, this one is the Malabrigo Noventa in the colourway Under the Sea. That's that one. And then this one is by Creative Anarchy. It's a hand-dyed yarn. And this colourway is Queen of the North. So I've just finished making a One Skein Wonder cowl, and I think the size is okay. I'll just have to check with him, because if it is okay, then I can get a One Skein Wonder cowl out of one skein. Okay, so this one can go in here because it's a blue one. Yeah, I have one of these colours. Yeah, I've got worsted weight Bobby Blue in Malabrigo. So yeah, I've got 2 of those now because I do like that colour. Okay, I've got to come up with another solution on how to store my hand-dyed yarn, because at the moment all the ones I've recently purchased are in here. Yeah, let me know down in the comments if you're still watching this far. How do you store your hand-dyed yarn? I've got a lot of these bags and I was thinking maybe I could store them in there, in perhaps like a calyx box in my calyx unit upstairs. Yeah, so this might be a project that I do today actually, so I'll keep all this out. I want to make a beanie on the knitting machine, in a striped fashion, and then a scarf. I hope I've got enough for that, but I'll keep those out for that project. And yeah, I just need to find a home for these big balls of yarn. And I do have a little bit upstairs that I also need to go through. I think I'll do that now. Okay, so this is my destash pile. Got a lot of chunky yarns and scraps basically. So yeah, that is my destash pile. I'll be putting them in one of these bags, and then hopefully at some point getting them to a charity shop. Well, actually, no. What I'll do is I will ask my stepmum if she would like any, because she's a knitter and a crocheter, so she actually might find some use for this. Actually, looking at this, a bit of a blush pink. I don't know, I think, do I keep hold of that? I don't know, I don't use a lot of DK anymore, so, and I've already got a lot of pinks. No, destash, I think. Okay, so my bed is covered in lots of different yarn organisation. So this was upstairs. This is all my Stylecraft special DK. So yeah, I do have more DK. However, there's no room to fit that in. And then I've got my Rowan yarn that I got at the Knitting and Stitching show. I'm going to keep that all together because that will be for a project. I've brought this upstairs with my other merino wool and what I already have. So yeah, I basically want to organise all this together and come up with some sort of solution to keep this all together but protected. And in this bag over here, I do have some of my oldie yarn. So I was making my granny square cardigan. Haven't got any further with that, but yeah, if I take that out, I have loads more Aran weight yarn. So I'm going to take this bag downstairs to see if I can find any space for it in the cabinet, and then basically sort through all my merino wool. And I also wanted to show you my massive bag of scrap yarn, or just yarn that I'm not really going to use for any projects. This might potentially be a charity shop delivery. Yeah, I mean that's a whole skein. I pulled that out of my stash. There's a lot of different weight yarns in there, projects that I started but don't know what to do with it. That's another project that I started to make with the chunky yarn and realised no, I don't like it. So yeah, that is to go to the charity shop. So yeah, I just need to pull out all my new skeins of merino wool. So I'll do that now. Okay, there we go. So I've pulled them all out. Oh, don't they look so beautiful? Oh, love these. They're not coming up really well on camera, but oh, the colours are amazing. Oh, I don't know which one my favourite is. Depends what mood I'm in, really. These ones are from Ellie from Housecraft Magic. This is by Shannon from Blue Fern Yarns. This is by Laura, the Lonely Knitter / Folk Yarn. And this is Castleview Yarns. So yeah, all of these were sort of purchased within the last couple of months, I'd say. Yeah, quite a bit of a splurge. And yeah, I've got my merino wool here, and previously purchased merino wool too. Some of these I got at the East Anglian Yarn Festival actually. This one was the Knitting and Stitching show, and yeah, this one was from a yarn shop in Norwich. And these two as well. But yeah, that is my current stash of teals, and then current stash of just beautiful yarns that I will use at some point. But they'll go in my stash. Just need to put them all together nicely. So this is my stash, my whole stash of merino wool. So to see it like this, there is a lot. I mean, yeah, I've got all my gorgeous hand-dyed yarns here, and then we move into the Malabrigo's, and yeah, I mean, I've got a lot of Malabrigo. That one was caked up. I haven't used it, so that is a whole 100 gram skein. That's Folkestone Harbour yarn. And then yeah, we've got some Malabrigo. This is Folkestone Harbour yarn as well. Cascade yarns, and then all my sort of blue teal coloured Malabrigo. That would make a great project in itself, like a bit of a fade almost, especially these ones. Yeah, these two are the same colour. But yeah, these ones are more like a greeny colour, but they would really work well together. You've got Malabrigo Rios Reflect and Pull, Malabrigo Rios Teal Feather, and then worsted Emerald. But they're all the same weight looking at it. That might be a little bit chunkier, I don't know. No, I think it is the same weight. And then these ones here would sort of make a great fade. You know, if we sort of swap these two round. Yeah, like these three colours look great together. Oh, I don't know how I'm going to store this, or like, you know, I want something that looks nice so I can see them all, but I don't want to have them out in the open. I think I might use one of those wool warehouse bags just to keep them in. In here as well, I've got some sort of caked up leftover balls of chunky merino yarn, which I used for headbands. So yeah, I had sort of this much left of each of them, and then I've got some little yarn scraps here, just little balls. Eventually I could use them in a like a scrappy project. I'll pop them in a bag. Right, so this is how I've organised my merino wool. So all my hand dyed yarns I've got in this smaller organza bag. So yeah, that's all my special skeins, although they're all special. This is mainly my Malabrigo, so I've put them in a way that I can see the colours. So I've got all these teals on one side, and then if I turn it over, I've got some more colours on the other side. So yeah, I've only got some of my 50-gram skeins here, and then the chunkier yarns, but this is all my hand dyed DK yarns in here. So at least that's some sort of organisation. Yeah, I'm going to put it back in this box here so I can store them nicely. They just won't be on show, which is a shame, but at least I know they're protected from, you know, moths, dust, the sun, I don't know, just they're protected. Okay, so I've decided to put this Aran yarn in this space that I have here and just keep it upstairs. This one here is DK. I might take that downstairs. But yeah, the rest is Aran weight yarn. So yeah, I'm going to put that in there. Let's do that now. I will be using the black Aran weight yarn for that cardigan that I want to make with the pink tweed. Oh, perfect. Hang on, put the grey on the bottom. Perfect. Now that is full and making use of all the available storage space. I may take this downstairs to see if I can store it anywhere. But yeah, that storage is just looking so much better. I've not got the odd bag laying around here and there, which is great. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. So yeah, I've got all that full. In my wardrobe at the top, I've put the bigger balls of wool, and I've put my merino wool away, so that is all in one place. That I will take downstairs, or both of these. And yeah, I've got an empty basket though, so I don't know what to put in there really. We'll see. Okay, so I'm back downstairs, and that rogue ball of DK could potentially fit in here. So yeah, that could go here. So I'm just going to squish it in. There we go. So I know all that's DK, all that's DK. This is all my chenille, and in here is chenille and Burnett velvet. All of this is blanket yarn with some chunky, and then all of this is chunky yarn, and all of this is chunky yarn as well. Some of it's super chunky yarn, and then in here I know I have Aran weight yarn, and then some Aldi chenille yarn. In this bag I have brought down projects that I need to make. These are projects that I need to start on. And then I did bring down my bag of Rowan yarn. This is like chunky wool. Now I can't see anywhere to put it, and it looks really nice in this bag, like nice and organised. So I might just keep it on the top here, so at least it's all together. I know I have some yarn upstairs which I show you in the plastic box, but at least that's nice and organised, nice and tidy. Yeah, I've got rid of all the bags here, the box that was here, so I'm happy. So yeah, this is most of my yarn. As I said, chenille yarn, chenille and Bennett velvet, blanket yarn and some chunky yarn, DK, some variegated. Then down here I have Aran weight yarn, some Aldi chenille yarn. All of this is chunky, and then all of this is chunky or super chunky, but everything in here is colours that I like, and you know, I will use it basically. I've destashed a whole bin bag, which I'll show you now. Okay, so in here is the whole bag of destashed yarn, and I did contact my stepmom, and my stepsister's actually going to have that for blankets, so not gone to waste, which is great. And then just on the top here I've put my Rowan yarn. It's nice and organised in that bag. And then in this basket, which I held all my teal / blue merino wool in, I've just put all my books and some sort of little notion bits. But yeah, these are all my crochet books that I have. It's not a huge collection, but yeah, I am very happy with that. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope this motivated you to get on with your own yarn stash. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!